I'd say regarding the state of affairs, what I think is very positive is that, there's a dialogue going on. You're seeing companies now focusing on it, whereas before people were much more oblivious to it. And you're seeing people actually investing dollars in trying to make a difference. And then you have great organizations like Code 2040, Yes We Code, which I'm happy to be helping. That's making a difference. So that makes me feel positive about the future.
Today is not just a day to celebrate the 4 honorees, but it's designed to be intentional about our collective collaboration and deciding what magic you'll create when you leave the room today as a result of being here.
The 40 companies that we've invested in, almost 40% of them are people of color and women. And we think that they're the best companies out there. It has nothing to do with who they are specifically, but we were willing to take a look and take a listen. And I think for me, from my standpoint, that's what everybody has to do. If everybody does that, maybe it won't be 40%, but it's more than what has been before, and at least you're open to it.
You realize we sort of have a choice in this moment, right? We can either be a mirror-tocracy, right? Of people who just pick each other from their dorm rooms in a few schools that are preparing for a dystopia. Or we can actually get back to being what this place is supposed to be, which is an actual meritocracy that's building a utopia.
Inclusion, participation of all people in the field that will determine the future more than anything else, that to me, that's new civil rights.
Since I've been here, in the 40 years I've been here, enormous progress has been made. And it's important that there's an understanding of that. And we at Andreessen Horowitz have a particular interest in diversity. We have a diverse network, and we really believe that African Americans are an under-tapped opportunity for entrepreneurship and investment.
Today is really about reinforcing all of these small victories, all of these leaders, achievers, and pioneers of color that have gotten their business funded, that are serial entrepreneurs successfully collaborating with corporations, all of the people that are in and around technology and part of the ecosystem.
And that's what's so important about what Andrea Hoffman and Denmark West are doing with Culture Shift Labs, right? And the opportunity to really bring folks together who exist and make them visible, not just to the outside world, but to each other, right? To strengthen those connections, to strengthen the network. At the end of the day, this place runs on social network.
We can look at the numbers and some of the facts, et cetera, and say, woe is us, isn't this horrible? Because the percentages, both of women, of minorities, especially in roles of leadership, are not where we want them to be. But I'll tell you, I'm actually very optimistic. When I look at what's happening, it's just the level of conversation. The fact that now this is a topic of conversation that's going on means that there's now an awareness. I'm very encouraged about where it is that we're going.
I'm from a minority background and I live in the Bay Area, and I do see the changes that are occurring.
My reality are the other facts, the true facts, that there are initiatives being launched and people being funded and corporations that are collaborating with innovators and inventors of color, and it's happening in vast numbers across the country. Most people don't know that, and I feel that it's incumbent upon me to tell that story over and over again until that becomes other people's reality and the facts worldwide.
I think diversity is the key to finding new markets, essentially. We all have different experiences, and we create things based on those experiences. So the more character, the more backgrounds that are included into a conversation or are used to create something new, the better and more impressive our world will become. A world with diversity is an incredible world, and a necessary one.